I view this 100 days as setting the table for peace deals, trade deals, tax deals.
We have been obviously very focused on the cost of groceries, specifically eggs led the way.
Under President Trump, we're making a foreign policy now was it good for America?
Well, Mr. President, I don't think I have ever worked so hard to try to fire myself.
At HUD, we've been cutting all the red tape and bureaucracy as it pertains to housing affordability and unleashing creativity of our builders and developers around our country and restoring local control.
And that was a sampling of yesterday where members of President Trump's cabinet gave their 100-day progress report. And my next guest, he was at the table. That was the last speaker there, HUD Secretary Scott Turner. And I haven't had the pleasure of interviewing you yet, so it's an honor to have you on the show. Housing is a big deal. I just want to put up a couple numbers on the board here that the median existing home prices have climbed 2.7% to $403,000. That's an all-time high for the month of March and the 21st consecutive month of year-over-year price increases, and people are feeling it. The latest census report shows that people spend more than 30% of their income, or households do, on housing costs. I know that feels like a lot and too much for people. You aim to try to get that down. What are the steps that can be done to do that?
Well, good morning, Diana. I'm happy to be with you, and thank you for having me on your show. And you're exactly right. We have a housing affordability crisis going on in our country, and President Trump from day one signed an executive order to bring down the cost of housing and make housing affordable again. And so at HUD, we've been very intentional about this, taking down burdensome regulations, taking down the red tape. For instance, there was a rule during the Biden-Obama administration that was affirmatively furthering fair housing. And basically, this was Washington telling localities how they have to zone their neighborhoods, which it made it very difficult for developers and builders to build. And so we took this rule down to restore local control, to restore flexibility and the rulemaking authority back to localities so that Washington is not mandating or picking winners and losers, but instead the local authorities and officials are picking winners and losers so families can build where they want to build. And so we've been very intentional about that, building public-private partnerships, because Americans deserve to be able, working hard, to buy a home in this country. And so the president, myself, and our team at HUD this is a top priority for us.
Do you think that some of the problems are more Washington-based, or is it more in the localities? Like, for example, in some states where it's just impossible to try to get projects going, where permits take forever, things get caught up in the courts. Is it more of a local problem than a national one?
You know, I think it's both. During the Biden administration, they recognized the problem, but they created a lot of problems. This administration with President Trump, you know, he talks about ushering in the golden age of America, and a big part of that is to restore control back to the localities. We've traveled to many cities around the country as it pertains to housing, and I've encouraged mayors and local officials to take inventory of the regulations that they have in their cities. Builders want to build. You know, innovativeness and creativity in America is so much, but you can't have that if regulations are so heavy. For instance, if you build a multifamily project in a city across America, about 40% of the cost is regulation. A single family project, about 20 to 25% of those fees and costs is regulation. And so on a local level, mayors and other officials have to look at the regulations and bring them down as it pertains to zoning, as it pertains to height restriction, density restrictions. And taking down the AFFH rule is a big start to that from a federal level. But really now the localities have to be very creative and intentional about freeing up builders to build. We need about 7 million housing units in our country, Dana, multifamily, single family, duplex, manufacturing. And so this is the time to usher that in, and I'm encouraged about what I'm seeing across the country.
One of the creative and yet, of course, controversial ideas is to try to open up federal lands for housing to be built. And I'll just read this out here. Housing on federal lands aims to ease affordability crisis that developers and researchers say the idea of building more homes on federal land could help ease shortages, but various obstacles could hinder the effort. I'll just give you a chance to explain to people here. You're not talking about building a subdivision in the middle of Yellowstone Park necessarily. What do you mean when you talk about building on federal lands?
So, and thank you. I'm glad you brought that up. So Secretary Bergman and I, the team over at DOI and the team at HUD, we signed an MOU, as you alluded to, a task force to identify underutilized federal lands. Our national parks, our forests, the beautiful lands and parks of this country are and still will be protected. We're talking about those lands that can be utilized to build affordable housing across our country. And so working with local governors, congressmen, senators from these different areas, and DOI and HUD, when we identify these lands, like how can we utilize these to build neighborhoods that can bring about more workforce and affordable housing? And so to answer your question, our parks and forests will be protected, but we have about 500 million acres of land in our country that may be used to build housing for our country.
Yeah, so like, you're not going to build something next to Old Faithful. That's what we will tell everybody that we take away from this interview. Scott Turner, the Secretary for Housing and Urban Development, thanks for being here.
Okay, thank you, Dana.
Take care.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.